The report card is in. Government-linked investment companies deployed 1.4 billion ringgit into Malaysia's semiconductor sector in 2025. Every chip in every device has to be assembled, tested, and packaged somewhere. Chances are, it passed through Malaysia first, tested and packaged. That reflects decades of manufacturing expertise, engineering talent, and supply chain trust. Malaysia handles an estimated 13% of chip assembly and testing, 1 in every 8 chips. The ambition is to move further up that chain, from assembling designs to designing them. That's the goal of the National Semiconductor Strategy. Here's how that 1.4 billion ringgit is being deployed through 4 moves. Scaling homegrown champions, anchoring high-value technology transfer, multiplying the deep tech ecosystem, and forging cross-border partnerships. It starts with homegrown companies already moving into higher value work. In May, Skychip became the first homegrown AI chip designer to list on Bursa Malaysia. Its IPO raised 352 million ringgit, while the public tranche was oversubscribed 95 times, the strongest demand since Petronas Chemicals listed in 2010. Khazanah, EPF, LTAT, and TH were among its earliest backers. Over 200 million ringgit of that raise goes into chip design R&D. But one success story does not change an industry. So government-linked investors are also trying to anchor something harder to build than a factory: technology and capability rooted in Malaysia. When Khazanah backed California Sentient, the deal included an R&D center in Penang. It has created 200 high-skilled jobs so far, towards a planned total of 800.
I believe Malaysia should do both concurrently. We should deepen our existing strengths in assembly, testing, and packaging. We should invest more in advanced packaging and accelerate the development of our IC design and semiconductor equipment sectors. Over the longer term, Malaysia should aim to design more technology locally, nurture more homegrown semiconductor companies, and own more of the IP behind it.
Even then, standout companies alone do not make an ecosystem. So that same capital is also seeding the next generation of deep tech firms. One vehicle is the Cambrian Fund, bringing together Khazanah, Vitrox's founders, and Southern Capital Group. It has raised 105 million ringgit, targeting 15 startups for mentorship and scaling. Its first investment was Envision, a Penang startup developing AI-powered chip inspection technology. But even a growing pipeline of startups cannot scale from Malaysia alone. So Malaysia is looking outward, tapping networks other countries spent decades building. Partnering with Chengwei Capital, NRL Capital, Intervest Capital Partners, and Ilham Capital. Each partnership brings in a ready-made network, technical know-how, and technology Malaysia has not built on its own. What gets built stays Malaysian, staffed and owned, made to the partner's own blueprint. From there, the aim is to scale, draw in more capital, and maybe list on Bursa Malaysia. But none of that is guaranteed. Capital can only open the door. Talent and execution determine what happens next.
Capital can build factories, can buy equipment, and set up production relatively quickly, but developing experienced chip designers, strong research capabilities, and Malaysian-owned intellectual property, it could take up to 10 to 15 years or even longer.
The real test is not the number of factories or the size of funding rounds. It is whether Malaysian engineers design the technology, not just assemble it. The next marker, doubling Malaysia's global chip market share from 7% to 14% by 2029. All this is unfolding as the US and China compete over the technologies and supply chains behind future computing. The real question is whether this capital leaves Malaysia with more than factories, with technology, talent, and companies of its own. Adrienne Fernandez, FMT.